Hello everyone, I'm going to be talking about this drama really quickly. It's about KD and TenZ. If you guys do not know, these two are Valorant players. They also are a couple, or at least they used to be, and that's why I'm also making this video. KD, if you guys are not aware, is a girl, and TenZ is a guy. Again, if you were not aware and if this is news for you. So basically what happened is that those two were in a relationship for almost 6 years, I think more than 6 years actually, and TenZ in this relationship was a guy who used to be a professional player. I think he still is. And he also is a streamer, and he gets a lot of views every single day, or he used to get a lot of views every single day. And KD, on the other hand, was just a simple girl, and TenZ really just fell in love with her. And TenZ also made her a streamer. So in this case, they both kind of started streaming. TenZ also gave his audience to KD, so she would also have her kind of audience. Obviously, after TenZ giving her the audience, some other people obviously also clipped her videos. She was also making videos herself, and so on and so forth, which meant that she also found her own audience, and not all of them were from TenZ in this case. So at the end, they were kind of getting a lot of views together. They were playing together, they were streaming together, they were cooking together, and doing all the things that couples usually do. And from the outside view, they both seemed as like the best couple, or a couple that everybody has in their wet dreams. And their relationship was also I guess kind of nice, because from the again outside view, they both seemed really cute, really lovely, really loving to each other, so on and so forth. But at the end, what happened is honestly devastating for KD, or not KD, sorry, for TenZ, and for people that used to like KD or like TenZ, because I'm going to explain everything myself, like as much as I can, because I am not a Twitch guy. I'm not watching these people on Twitch. I do not have time to sit on my computer or sit beside my computer and watch these people for hours on streams. I am employed, fortunately, and I do not have time for them. And even when I had time, I never sat somewhere and watched those streamers for hours, because I think it's kind of a waste of time. But from what I know, and from what I have heard, because people have been making videos about these two for many years now, I can tell you that, again, they seemed like a nice couple, and I would never in my life think that one day they would actually break up. So what happened was, as they were loving to each other, as they were doing all these streams with each other and all the things that they did, one day something struck, and the something was cancer. KD was diagnosed with cancer. From the beginning, I thought that she was lying, but again, I thought that because many women on those sites and all those platforms are liars, and they do that because they need audience, they need money. So for the money, they do a lot of things. But again, I thought that, you know what, she's a girl who doesn't really show her body. She's a girl who doesn't have OnlyFans, at least from what I know. So why would she need to lie about cancer, or what would be the need for her to lie about her condition? So then I kind of forgot about her lying about the cancer. But on the other hand, TenZ obviously knew more than I do, and more than I knew. So he was helping her in many ways. He was obviously giving her money, he was obviously giving her a lot of attention, time, and everything. He even sacrificed his streaming career, I think also the professional career, because if he was still in the professional esports, like doing these Valorant championships and doing these CS streams, obviously he wouldn't have enough time to be with her. So he kind of also threw that away. He also threw away his schedule of his of him streaming. So many things, like a lot of things that he kind of threw away in order to be there for KD. But you know what KD did? Once she recovered, she also threw away that 6 years of relationship that she had with TenZ. And she said that, you know what, I think I need to explore myself, as a lot of women say these days when they kind of get bored of their loving boyfriends, which is, again, really funny. I think I've explained everything as much as I could, and I'm going to watch a video with you guys, which kind of quickly sums it up, and you can also see them in person, which I think is going to be better as well for you to kind of visualize who they are and what they look like.
Imagine you start dating a girl when you're 17, and just a few weeks later, she moves in with you and you begin living together. After a few years, you decide to propose. She says yes, but then tragedy strikes. Your future wife is diagnosed with cancer. You're a professional Valorant player, one of the most beloved in the entire world, but you decide to walk away at the peak of your career to take care of your woman's health. You start donating your own blood and other things because your genes are compatible. You take care of every expense, medical bills, apartment rent, household costs, and pleasures for both you and your girlfriend. You accompany her every step of the way. Chemotherapy, treatments, hospitalizations, recovery. You help your girlfriend build a professional career on streaming and video platforms. Her audience grows exponentially in no time. Meanwhile, you have to push your own channel to the background. And in the end, after doing all this sacrifice, she decides to leave you because she needs to discover herself.
This is what Future said.
It's an evil world we live in.
This is actually insane, dude. I did not know he was donating his own blood and all those things to her, and all she did was that? Are you serious? Like, dude, I get it, man. Sometimes if some person does a lot of things for you, and it's also in like a kind of a human nature at this point, that even in a friendship, if somebody's doing a lot of things for you, you kind of take it for granted, and you think that, oh well, if somebody is doing these kind of things for me, then it must be that I'm so nice or I'm so good. And you think to yourself that I need to find an upgrade, I need to find like a better person. And in a relationship as well, what many women think, sometimes men as well, it doesn't necessarily matter in this case, but what many women think, to be more specific, is that if a husband or a boyfriend is doing a lot of things, if he's giving her a lot of attention, giving her a lot of gifts, giving her money, and so on and so forth, what they think in their brains is that, you know what, maybe I'm selling myself short here. Maybe I have opportunities to have a better boyfriend. Maybe I can actually upgrade from this to a better one, because if this guy is a person who is giving me all those things, it must mean that I'm such a goddess, I'm such a princess, so obviously I can upgrade to somebody even better than this guy right here. But they do not realize that this guy is doing all those things to you because he has a real love for you, and it's not because you are a princess or you are a goddess. He just loves you. That's why he's doing all these things. It's not because, again, the fact that you are somebody of I don't know, some kind of god, but they do not realize it. So they throw away a 6 years of relationship for nothing. Like, just threw it away. Like, this is crazy, dude. And for what? To explore yourself? Like, what the fuck are you exploring, bro? I really want to know, when women say I want to explore myself, what the fuck are you exploring? Like other dudes like cocks, or like crazy shit? And do you know what she also said about this whole thing? I'm going to watch this video as well. Just 1 second.
I read the stats for like people who stay with their spouses or like whatever, like when they get terminally ill, and wow, the stat for men leaving women is so high versus the other way around, and it started to piss me off. That shit pissed me off so bad.
So you know what she did? She pretty much balanced it. You know, if many men are leaving their terminally ill girlfriends, then I'm going to also leave my boyfriend. So what happened was, again, he did not leave her, of course. He did all the things that was said in the video. He stayed there. He tried to help her with everything he possibly could, of course, but she still left. And this is also what she wrote right here. I'm going to try to read it, even though it's kind of pixelated and I can barely see it. So Tyson and I feel ready to share some personal news. We've actually been broken up with quite some time now. Towards the end of our relationship, again, it's really difficult to read, we came to a realization that wasn't easy to accept. We had stopped growing as individuals. So what she means by stopped growing as individuals is that he was growing as an individual, but she wanted more. She wanted more than him because she knew everything about him already. She had nothing else to learn from him, and that's what she means by growing as individuals, because again, she wanted new experiences which he wasn't probably providing. That's why they kind of broke up, which is again, it's just the dumbest idea I've heard in many years. But again, I've heard a lot from women, so it's not really a surprising thing. For most of our relationship, we did everything together, work together, hobbies and interests together, so on and so forth. As I already said, she was feeling as if she wasn't growing as an individual because she already knew everything about him, so there was nothing else to gain from him. That's why they are now breaking up, or she is breaking up with him after all he did for him, her, sorry. We've even joked in the past that although we were together for 6 years, it all felt like 50 years. Again, you did not have to bring up this joke, because the joke was supposed to be lovely and cute, and it was not supposed to make you feel like you were not growing as an individual, because since you were quote-unquote together with Tens for quote-unquote 50 years, that should not mean that you have to break up with him because there is nothing new, or you are not growing as an individual. It's just stupid. We moved in together just a few weeks after meeting. So they even moved together after like few weeks of meeting. And also, I forgot to mention, they are both husband and a wife. It's not like a boyfriend or like a couple or some weird thing. So it also seems like they were 17 and they were together until 24. So this means that they were together for more than 6 years, I believe. That was all we know over time, all we knew over time. It became clear that we needed space to grow out as our own separate people, which again is it's a dumbest reason to break up with your boyfriend, or a husband in this case, who sacrificed everything for you, and you do this weird shit.
This is her ex-boyfriend, and she's not supposed to talk to Kaide anymore, chat. Dap decided to attack me personally over her friend's engagement baiting on the timeline, so here it is. Kaide told me multiple times, in multiple ways, that she wanted to experiment with other men, and that was quite some time ago, so I can only imagine what she acted on.
Oh, I need to discover myself. It is a mutual decision anyway. He was gonna watch Hammerhand videos anyway.
Yeah. Also, this thing saying that it is a mutual decision. It's not a mutual decision, bro. Just admit it at least. Say, like, be honest, bro. Say that it was your decision to break up with him. It was not mutual. If it was mutual, then why would he sacrifice everything for you? Why would he do the donations of blood? Why would he go to therapists with you? Why would he spend all his money on you? Why would he also throw away his career for you? If it was mutual, then obviously he would go ahead and like either cheat on you or break up with you, because you are not going to provide anything. You are going to literally handicap Tens. And yet, even though you did handicap him, he still provided a lot of things for you. And you were saying that it was mutual. Bro, shut the fuck up, man. And also, I'm going to say one more thing and I'm going to finish the video. Basically, this guy that I'm watching right now and the videos I showed you is called Rehab Room. Sometimes I watch his videos as well. But he mentioned this as well in his video, saying that if she was this kind of terminally ill and if she was having this cancer, and on the other hand, Tens was actually cheating on him and texting other women as she was pretty much dying, but she survived, of course, which is really fortunate that she did make it. In that case, I think Kaide would be willing to sacrifice everything in order to get him back, and this would be because of her ego. So her ego would not let Tens go. But since Tens was a guy who was really in love with Kaide and he tried to save her, he tried to give everything to her, her ego kind of, I guess, felt like that he means nothing because he gives me everything anyway, so like what's the point? But if he was a quote-unquote a bad guy, Tens, and Tens was cheating or Tens was texting other guys and so on and so forth, she would not leave. She would try everything in order to get him back. And I think what's going to happen in the future is that Kaide is going to quote-unquote discover herself, and by that I mean she's going to sleep with a lot of men. She's going to be used as a pocket, you know what, And then when she realizes that many people are not willing to sacrifice as much as Tens did for her, she's going to try and go back to Tens. And what I'm hoping is that Tens is not going to bring her back, and Tens is not going to accept her apology or whatever the fuck she's going to come up with. But yeah, man, this is what I wanted to talk about. It's a crazy situation that I've been kind of watching from the distance, but I just wanted to share it with you guys as well. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Now I'm going to go. See you guys in the next one, and peace out.